Rush hour. Let's see how many people come into this live today. So I had to pick up a new car today. A new car. The other car was giving me so much trouble that I took it back. I took it back. Just sorting out. I'm just transferring everything over back into the new car. Back into the new car. Well, it's Friday. Friday comes up really, came around quick, didn't it? Friday. Wow. Friday's come around real quick. Putting everything back in the new car. I've got so many glasses in here. Welcome in, Stace, darling. I've got my new car. It's blue. I've got a blue car now, not a white car. Got a blue car. And I'm just transferring everything over. Transferring everything back from the old car into the new car. So I've got my gloves. One set here. This set is like that. Oh, I've got heated seats now. And that set's like that. So I'll keep those in just in case. And then I've got my other set of gloves. Oh, you're in the chippy? Oh, I had fish and chips today with Ray. And you know what? They weren't very, the chips weren't, we had a large fish and chips, but the chips were not large. The chips were not large. And they were burnt. So they weren't very good. So I got those gloves as well. So they go in the door. And then in my car, I've got hand cream. You like my little fur gloves, do you? Oh, dear. What don't you like about me, Stace? What don't you like about me? Smoked sausage, few chips, and tea and bread and butter. Okay, so I would leave the bread and butter if I were you, to be honest. Have mushy peas. Do you like mushy peas? I need to keep that in the bag. And then I'm going to... Oh, you know Jill, there's a woman on TikTok. She's hilarious. Jill got hair removal cream and she didn't do a patch test. And she's only burnt a twat, hasn't she? She's only walking like John Wayne now. Get off your horse and drink your milk. Okay. Just nothing. What's oh, nothing. Ah, that's nice. Yeah, well, like I said, I took the key back as well for Ray. I took his key back because it wasn't working. And my car, I took that back because that wasn't working. Now I've got a new car and I've got no new key. So, yeah. So it's all go here. It's all go here. Welcome in, welcome in. If you're just joining, this is just a pop-up live. I'm not going to be on for very long. I'm only going to be on for half an hour. But, that's really sweet. What a sweet thing to say. Well, 50-50, I'd say. 50-50. And I'll keep my tissues in the car. One by the door, one in the glove compartment. And then I've got some cake that I'm distributing, the chocolate cake I'm distributing. Hello Tommy, how are you, darling? But yeah, I've got lots of glasses in my car. But I did say that I was actually going to show people all my glasses that I have. I have lots and lots of glasses. And this one, I really love these ones. I love these glasses. But I've got to glue them because can you see where that's come away? So I've got to glue those. But these are one of my favourites. Mel's got a large fish. What, between her legs? Couldn't help myself on that one, Stace. You know me, can't help myself. Then I like these glasses as well. These are one of my favourites. And then I've got these ones. These ones are one of my favourites. And then I've got these ones. These ones are my favourite glasses. And then I've got these ones. These are when I might do my police patrol. You wear these ones. Mal's got a big fish in her gob, has she? Yeah, Mel's got a big fish. Okay, so I'm going to put all my glasses in there. Keep those ones out. But yeah, I do like my glasses. Right. So, welcome in. She said, "Shut up and you sort your car out." I am, but you know what? I've got to log into my car, and I can't remember the password. I've got to log into the car because I need a password so that I can so the car can work. So yeah. So I've got all my bits here. Look at this. Freeze Buster. Yeah, I feel much better today, and I'm going live on TikTok. I'm going live on TikTok at 4 o'clock. I'm in the studio tomorrow, so you guys, I hope you can join in. And no, my car is not electric. I will not drive electric. If I have no choice but to drive electric, I won't drive at all. I will just I'd rather ride a bike. I'd rather ride a bike, and riding a bike will be more healthy for me anyway. Welcome in, Carlos. Welcome in. Yeah, so it's just a pop-up live, and I just thought I would just come on and say hi to everybody. And if you are on TikTok, I'm live at 4 o'clock tomorrow in the studio. So I'm in the studio live. But yeah, so I've got I got a refund for the key that I had cut twice. I said I'm not going to have it cut for the third time. It's not working. And I got another car because the other car kept clapping out on me, and it's a brand new car and it kept clapping out on me. So I decided that I didn't want to pay for it, and they said, okay, you have to. They said, okay, we'll bring it back in. But the thing is, on New Year's Eve, I was in court. New Year's Eve, I was in court. All right. And it's nothing to be proud of. But at the end of the day, right, I stood my ground. I was the change I wanted to see in the world. I wanted to challenge my ticket. And that's what I did. I challenged it. And now it's costing me. Now it's costing me. No, it's costing me. But you know what? It's so funny because when the prosecution read out my letter, I tried not to. Oh, they're just the system want us to be obedient servants. This is all a money making exercise, and I just went into a little and then after they read my letter, I went into another little rant, because that's what I do, Janice Random Rant. I just went into another rant about about how corrupt the system was, and here I was taking out my client, and here I am today in the dock. Here I am doing something good, and something bad came out of it. Oh well. I'm DJing in the studio. I'm actually in a radio studio tomorrow, Stace. Yeah, I just think, you know what? At the end of the day, it's costing me money. But you know what? I had a point to make. I made my point, and it cost me nearly $1,000. But it's not over till the fat lady sings, because my next question is where this money is going, that these fines that they're fining everybody, where's this money going? Where is this money going? I read in the newspaper today, in our local newspaper, that a lot of pensioners have pneumonia and the flu and are in hospital, right? So basically, why are they in hospital? Because they've cut the fuel allowance for the pensioners that here. They've cut the fuel. They're not giving you your fuel allowance. And these poor little old dears, they don't know their human rights. So what happens is they turn the heating down, and they're sitting there in puffer jackets, yeah, and they're sitting or blankets, and they're sitting there being cold. Why are they being cold? Because they are worried. They are worried about the bills. But if they knew their human rights, they would know you can't cut your gas, electricity and water off because you need gas, electricity and water to survive here. Yeah. So these poor little old dears are filling up these hospital beds and ended up, what you have to do is you have to remember, you have to sort of think, is it money or health? And if you worry about the money and not your health, then you're never going to be rich. If you worry about the money more than your health, you're never going to be rich. You're rich when you worry about your health and you look after your health. The fact of the matter is if you get a bill and the bill is say £250 and you can only afford 150, pay 150 because they can't add interest on it for a start. Secondly, even if it goes against like the other, they add extra onto it, that's fine. They'd add extra for the next month. If you can't afford it, don't pay all of it. It's just crazy. Johnny, here's Johnny. If you're just joining, Johnny, if you're joining and you Johnny boys left, yeah. I'm talking about old age pensioners ending up in hospital with flu because they're too scared to put the heating on because they weren't given their fuel allowance here in Britain. If you're in Britain, they haven't been given their fuel allowance. And so they're sitting there in their lovely little homes, freezing their tits and arse off. And you can't think about that. You can't think about, oh, well, I can't put the heating on because I haven't got the money to pay. They can't switch you off they can't switch your gas, electricity and water off because you can't pay. Yeah. Silver Wolf. Welcome in, Silver Wolf. Why are there so many trolls when your video is... Oh, I don't know, my darling. Trolls are unhappy, aren't they? So we got to send them love. We got to send the trolls love, all right? Send the trolls love because they obviously need it. But anyway, coming back to it. There's lots more elderly people getting flu now. It's not the COVID anymore. It's the flu now. All of a sudden, it's the flu now, right? Because they're not putting their heating on. They're not putting their heating on because they're worried about the bills. Don't worry about the bills because guess what? These energy companies are minted. These energy companies, they're only third party. I'm having a rant because I'm having a rant. So they're third party, they're rich. And if the bill is £150 and you only want to pay £100, pay £100 and tell them I said so. Tell them you went on Random Jan and she said, you're giving them something. You're not saying I'm not giving them anything, even though you shouldn't be giving them anything because the universe is abundant. The universe is abundant. So, that's it. It's abundant. So why are we worried about bills? Stop worrying about bills. Stop. You little old dears, you've paid your due to society. Your husband's probably gone to war and risked his life for this bloody corrupt country. So no, they owe you, not you owe them. Just remember that. So you cover yours. What do you cover yours with? You cover your ears, do you? How are you anyway, Johnny? I'm not wearing any makeup today. Do you still love me without makeup? Do you still... Come on, guys. Do you still love me without me makeup on? Johnny, be good. Oh, that's a song, isn't it? Johnny, be good. So I went to the gym today and I was only at the gym for 45 minutes today. So, yeah, as long as I go and as long as I do what I need to do, I'm fine. Oh, do you think so, Steph? Oh, I look better without makeup. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's good. No filters. No filters. No filters. Oh, what's that? And several men checked you out, no doubt. Johnny. What are you talking about, Johnny? What are you talking about, Johnny? At the gym? Oh, yeah. They're always checking me out at the gym. Right, so today, my day today consisted of going to the gym, getting Ray his fish and chips, my client his fish and chips, going into Carpet Right to see if I could, because I've got tiling in the kitchen and it's freezing, and I like to walk around barefooted. Do you know what I mean? I like to walk around barefooted, and even though I have little rugs in the kitchen, I think I want vinyl instead of tiles, because tiles are just too cold. So no, I wasn't, Johnny. So I've gone. I'm going to get a quote on next week to see if they can do my floor for me, because I do not want tiles, and I don't actually like those tiles. The tiles were there when I moved into my apartment, but they're not the tiles that I would have bought. I changed the kitchen already, and I changed the worktop. And if I'm honest, I don't like the tiles either, but I think the tiles can stay, but I'm changing the floor. I've done that quite a bit, you know. I've done interior designing. What's that? Sorry, can you put a heating for system in? Yes, I can, but I'd have to dig the tiles up and then put them in and then put. No, that's too much. I don't even like the tiles. I don't like the tiles, so the tiles have to go. The tiles have to go. The tiles have to go. How much rent is your apartment per month? I don't pay rent. I own my apartment, darling. Darling. Oh, London is expensive anyway. I mean, I think if I had to rent my apartment, it would cost me £1,200 a month. That's how much they are, £1,200 a month. So, yeah. I've got that in the divorce. No, I didn't, as a matter of fact. Now, Johnny, you just behave yourself. You behave yourself. I've always been a very ambitious young lady. I've always been a very ambitious young lady. And trust me, I didn't do well out of my divorce. I just wanted the freedom. I wanted the freedom. So there you go. And the funny thing is, I think part of the reason my ex-husband and I are still on good terms is because he knows that it wasn't about the money at the end of the day. It was just about, you know, at the end of the day, I loved him to bits and I still love him in my own little way. But at the end of the day, we've gone our separate ways, and he's not struggling and I'm not struggling at the end of the day. It's just, I think that the only thing I'm really struggling is with the system, in a sense that I think it's very unfair that the little old dears, their pensions have been cut. No, they pay tax on their pensions. They shouldn't pay tax on their pensions. And I feel that their allowance, welcome in from Crystal Palace, welcome in. Their heating allowance, they're not given that heating allowance, but yet we've got money to give to Ukraine for what? Am I getting political now? Like, billions for a war that I certainly don't want, that war, and I'm sure you don't want it. But yeah, we've got the money for that, but we're not going to let our little old dears who've put into our system. They've put into our system, but they're not getting anything out of the system. But we are going to take their money that they put into the system and give it to Ukraine. Yeah, that's lovely, isn't it? You're going to guess my age, are you? You go for it then. You go for it, Johnny, be good. Yes, of course, Johnny. But Johnny, I need to understand that if we get married, commitment ceremony, and I don't think you're performing well as a husband, then the contract is done, and I probably might want compensation. Why have you got me on full volume, Stace? Why? You should, when you're involved in relationships, it should be for love only, not money. Because you know what? If you're in a relationship and you're building something together, you can make money doing that together. You make money doing that together. And so I think it's sad if people just marry for money for the finer things in life. And that's not the way forward. That's not the way forward for me anyway. So, all right. Let's go. Michael, salute. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm having a rant today. Oh, Johnny. Now that's the quickest marriage I've ever had, or commitment ceremony. But I'm very much into the commitment ceremony. I'm really into it, because it's like a contract, and I say what I'm going to do in the relationship, and you say what you're going to do in the relationship, and if it doesn't work, we do a contract for 3 years. If that 3 years is okay, a bit like a job. If that 3 years is okay, then what we do is we do another 3 years. And then I think that makes much more sense than being married, 100%. And you still get the ring, and you can still wear the dress and all that. I think do you know what? Commitment ceremonies, I think is a way forward. And I tell you why I think it's a way forward, because this marriage, I think, is a ritual thing, I heard the great news. Did you know? Oh, will you write yours for me, Stace? Oh dear. Well, I don't think. I definitely would commit. I would commit for a 3 year program or contract. 3 year contract. See how you go. If it doesn't work out, you can walk away. And if you made money together, you split it down the middle. Split the money down the middle. Go your separate ways. Yeah. And what you had before you met them is theirs. Whatever I have now is mine. Whatever he has or she has is hers or his. And then what we make together, we split down the middle, 50-50, and we separate. I mean, don't you think that makes sense? Yeah, you can have a bachelor party and a hen night, and you do it exactly as a wedding, but you'd have a contract, and it wouldn't be. And you can change. You could change your name if you wanted to, or you wouldn't need to. Just keep your name. You can just. Why would you change your name to his and his to yours or whatever? I mean, just leave it. Because then it saves messing about with all the paperwork. Change your passport, change your driving license, change your mortgage deed, change your bank details. Sod all that. Sod it. Keep your name. Keep your name, right? And have a contract. Easy. Why are we making work for ourselves? Why? I'm not doing it. Hang on. No, all about all that. Marriage is not in favour of the man. Absolutely. Because you know what? And the thing is, I think that because it's not in favour of the man, sometimes women take the piss and they will marry someone because they know they're wealthy, and then they will have a baby because that's another little a little extra that they've got there to trap him, and then they take what they need. Well, that's unfair. That's totally unfair, and vice versa. Because look what happened to Katie Price with her look what happened to Katie Price with her partners, her husbands. I mean, they took her to court, and she's been bankrupt and blah blah blah, but she's still doing all right. Well, I wouldn't be homeless, would I, Stace? I'd be living with you, wouldn't I? The only way a marriage works for life is if the Lord is in the center, keeps everything truthful and sincere. Keep your money, your sanity, and peace, fellas, and don't get married. What you like? Silver Wolf, I was married once, I will never remarry. And every time I think about making a commitment, I just go, buy another Harley Davidson bike. I own Honestly, what are you like? Do you know what? If you feel that you're going to be hurt, then don't get married. Don't get married. But you can't agree on everything. And it's what's important is that you respect each other's views. Once you respect each other's views, there is no, your marriage is in harmony. Your commitment is in harmony. But when you start trying to change her or trying to change him, it's not going to work. You see, with me, what you see is what you get. I'm random, right? So be prepared. But I'm not in the sense random as that you're going to come home and I've sold the house and I've gone and you you got no one there. Now let's go, Michael. I don't understand. I'm not getting the Bitcoin bit. I'm not understanding it much. So maybe you'll have to DM me. So Johnny, you got one backside and you got 5 Harley Davidsons. So you can only ride one at a time, eh? You can only ride one. Excuse me. But then I say that about my wardrobe. I've got loads of clothes and loads of shoes and loads of this, and I can only wear one at a time, can't I? So I suppose if that's what makes you happy, welcome in, Yo-Yo Finds. Welcome in. So if you're just joining, we're talking about relationships. I actually enjoy talking about. Can you tell? Can you tell? I like to talk about relationships. Can you tell? I just do. But like I say, I think coming back to the commitment ceremony, that's fine. I think if you're worried, why would you want to be on your own? Like, I know we were born alone and we die alone and all that stuff, but don't you think it's nice to have like companionship? Don't you think? Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Yeah. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. You and I. So I'll be singing tomorrow, but not in this mic. I'll be singing in another mic. Oh dear. Right. Okay. So let's see. Because you're searching for one. I don't know. I'm not searching for a future partner as such. But I do think when I do find my forever partner, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. And as long as they understand that I'm an entrepreneur and I do lots of different things, and if they can fit in with me as well and they can help me as well, then that's great. That's absolutely great. So no problem. Me and you. Yeah, that's right, Stace. Me and you. All but one, antique vehicles. Oh, I love antique vehicles. Yes. And I actually was considering getting I was looking at getting an antique. It was an old Jag. It was lovely, really lovely. But guess what? It didn't have power steering, and the wing mirrors looked too far away. And I was thinking, I'm gonna have problems with it. I'll be pushing, trying to drive this car. I thought, no, forget that. So yeah. So no, this is my puffer jacket. I'm not pregnant. It does look. I do look pregnant. Bloody cheek, get away. When am I going to get pregnant? Well, I'm not going to get pregnant. I don't want any more kids, thank you very much. I've got one and I'm happy with that. One child. I've only got one and I'm happy with that. How many kids have you got? Thank you, Silver Wolf. How many kids? Just one, like I said, just one. I wouldn't, do you know what? I always wanted 2 children, but it didn't work out because my ex, who's passed away now, died, and we didn't actually get on as well, sadly. So we only had one daughter, and and he died before I was 40, so that was quite sad. Yes, Mel said you tried it once and didn't like it. I tried, you know what? I had one daughter, and when I saw how beautiful she was, I stopped. Didn't need to go any further. I was like, this is perfection. She came out of that. Well, came out of that, but she was in that. but she came out of that. Yeah, so I am. I'm happy that I did end up having one, but I wanted 2 children. I wanted a boy and a girl, and I ended up with a girl, so that's fine. So as long as they're healthy, that's all that matters. Instead of throwing myself into useless relationships, I just went and got myself a hobby. Oh, Silver Wolf, I'm quite sad about that, because it's you're supposed to learn from every relationship, and you're supposed to take all the positives from that relationship. You're supposed to learn from that relationship, and then that's your little journey. Then your little journey, you'll find the right person. But if you feel that you're not going to find the right person, that's a bit sad, really. Ah. If you live on your own and something goes wrong and there's no one there for you, that's sad. Because I know we were born alone and we die alone, but if you've got someone there as a companion, you can get a companion. You don't have to marry them. You can get a companion. Oh, you only have one daughter. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Cry your tears over your 5 Harleys. That's the only ride he's getting. Hey, that's it. Silver Wolf, you get on your Harley. Do you grind in the seat? He grinds, yeah. He grinds in the seat. That's too funny. That is too funny. Well, it's a piece of metal, and it's going to be, it's going to give you short-term pleasure. And I think like I say, in relationships, you're going to have ups and downs. Just like with your Harley Davidsons, you might have 5, but if the fuel runs out of one, if the fuel runs out, and you're stuck in the middle of nowhere, you're going to have a problem, aren't you? You're going to have a big problem. You're going to have a big problem. So don't write off relationships. Don't write them off, darling. Don't write them off. It's okay, sweetheart. It's okay, sweetheart. Ride, yeah. Yeah, don't give up, Silver Wolf. Don't you dare give up. Don't give up on us, baby. I love you, Saja Youssef. Oh. Silver, those Harleys are the ones you ride you're getting. They're the only ride you're getting. Well, they are quite sexy looking bikes, but they don't look good in a little black dress. Yeah, they don't look good in a little black dress, do they? Do they, Johnny? You see, even Johnny says that. Ah, thank you, Johnny. Speak to you soon. Yes, Stacey, I will see you soon. Remember, I'm going to be at the Sunlight. I'm on the radio DJing tomorrow at 4 to 6. I'm going to be live on TikTok, though. I'm going to be live on TikTok. So, yes, I'm off too. God bless you too, Johnny. You take care. And I've got 2 minutes and then I'm off as well. Wow, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Not too bad, is it? We didn't do too badly today, did we? Yeah, so 4 o'clock, and then I will be back again on Saturday live here on I'll be here live on YouTube at what time? I think I'll be live at 8 o'clock with green flag, red flag, green flag. That's what I'll be doing. Red flag, green flag. Again, all about relationships, because it's about give and take. And if you can't be bothered with relationships, then that is sad, because it's nice. It's nice to have a companion. So take care, and I'll see you all soon. Salute.